Hello, I'm Attorney Todd Leneve. Welcome to West Virginia Gun Law. Today I wanted to take a few minutes to speak with you about firearms in school zones. Stick around. Under West Virginia law, we have some guidance on who may and may not have a firearm in a vehicle on school property and the manner in which that firearm has to be carried while on that school property. So let me begin by saying, first off, under West Virginia law, no one may take a firearm out of their vehicle and have it on their person when they enter onto school property through the process of walking or otherwise entering that property. You can't take it in the building. You can't take it out to a sports field, complex, anything like that, to watch a practice, a game. The firearm has to remain in the vehicle. Now, under our law, we have constitutional or permitless carry, as well as carry through a concealed handgun license. And there is a distinction with how that applies under West Virginia's law to what you can and cannot do with respect to having a loaded handgun in your vehicle on school premises. So let's begin by taking a look at somebody who has a West Virginia issued concealed handgun license, who maybe is in the act of dropping their child off, picking their child up from school, has some reason to be on that school premises while they have their firearm with them. As long as you are 21 years or older and have that concealed handgun license, then you may have a loaded handgun in your vehicle on school grounds. As long as you are in the vehicle, you may have that handgun nearby, but it must be stored in a place such that it's out of sight from outside the vehicle. In other words, you couldn't have a student or a parent or a teacher or somebody walking past and see it sitting in the middle of your console. It would have to be kept in an area that's out of sight from people passing by who could look into the vehicle. But the firearm may be loaded, it may be chambered, it may be ready to use. Again, that's the point of a defensive handgun, is having it ready to use when you might need it. But it cannot be visible to somebody who might happen to look into your vehicle as they pass by. So that's the restriction there. Now, if you, for some reason, have to exit your vehicle, go into the school, go to, again, maybe an athletic field or some other event that's taking place, you may not take that firearm with you out of the vehicle. It has to remain in the vehicle. And here we see an additional requirement imposed, and that is that not only must your vehicle be locked, but the firearm must be stored in a locked container in the vehicle. So that could be a console, your glove compartment, something like that, and that compartment must be locked as well, effectively double locking the firearm. The vehicle is locked, and then the compartment is locked. If you don't have a locking glove compartment or console, you have the option to have a locked container of some sort. Should be a hard-sided container, just to be safe, but you can have a locked container that is itself secured to the vehicle. So that covers somebody with a West Virginia concealed handgun license, or CHL. Now, if you have a non-resident CHL, in other words, you're a resident of another state who has a West Virginia concealed handgun license as a non-resident, same thing would apply. Or if you're a resident of another state and you have a concealed handgun license or permit, whatever your state may call it, from your home state, again, you may follow those same procedures. Because you are 21 or older and have that license, you're entitled to have that firearm loaded in your vehicle on school grounds inside your vehicle. Again, I can't stress enough, you may not leave the vehicle with the firearm. Now, if we switch over to talk about permitless carry or constitutional carry, unfortunately the law is a little bit different here. You may not have that firearm loaded in your vehicle. Now, you may have it in your vehicle, you may have a full magazine, and you may have your ammunition in the vehicle. But again, it may not be loaded if you don't possess a concealed handgun license and are instead carrying by virtue of permitless or constitutional carry. So when you're on school grounds carrying with permitless privileges, then you have to have that firearm unloaded. Again, it cannot be in ordinary view from people who would be walking by the vehicle. You've got to keep it stored out of sight. And like a person with a concealed handgun license, if you leave the vehicle, the firearm has to stay in the vehicle and must be locked in a container, again, glove box, console, something that's integral to the vehicle, or in a separate container that is a locked container, which is itself then locked to the vehicle in some manner. So hopefully that helps clear that up a little bit. If you have questions about this, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or feel free to reach out to me through the website, which is linked in the description below. Otherwise, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. Hit that like button, share this video, because this is a topic that I see a lot of misunderstanding on when I talk to people. So please get it out there. I think it's useful information for people to know here in the state of West Virginia. And in the meantime, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you being part of this community, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care.